In this example, we're going to solve this equation in two different ways. So the first way is just going to be the way we have done it in the past, and that is we recognize this is actually just a one-step equation, and we need to add 2/3 to both sides to get x by itself. So we get x by itself rather quickly. But of course, to give a simplified answer, we understand we have to get a least common denominator. And so that would be 12 for 4 and 3. So I'll multiply the top and bottom of 3/4 by 3 and the top and bottom of 2/3 by 4. And so I end up with x equals 9/12 plus 8/12. And then of course I can combine those to 17/12. So in terms of algebra, it's a really easy problem in that it's only one step. But in terms of getting a simplified answer, we have quite a bit of work to do. So I'm going to show another way that this same problem can be done. And so in this other way, what we're going to do is we're going to multiply both sides of the equation by 12. And I'll explain why I chose 12 a little bit after we get our answer. So I multiply by 12 on the left and right, and I know that's legal as long as you multiply the entire left side and the entire right side by the same thing. So on the left, I'm going to have to distribute 12 to these two terms. So I have 12x minus 12 over 1 times 2 over 3. And on the right side, I can actually do some reducing right away. This 12, is the same as 12 over 1, so we can cancel out. 12 divided by 4 is 3, 4 divided by 4 is 1. And so on the right side, all we have left is 9. But then we can do some reducing in this second step right here. So 12 divided by 3 is 4, 3 divided by 3 is 1. And so this equation cleans up to 12x minus 8 equals 9. All right. So we haven't made any progress toward actually solving the equation, but what we have done is eliminated fractions. And so now we can use the same techniques we have in the past. So we have 12x equals 17, and of course we can divide both sides by 12. And so we get x equals 17/12, of course, just like we did using the other technique. All right, so this process that we went through here of multiplying both sides by 12 is called eliminating the fractions. So in some problems, you're going to be asked specifically to solve by first eliminating your fractions. Okay, so if you see those instructions, make sure you solve the problem in this way. Now you may look at these two and say, hey, I find what's on the left here much easier. And I understand that, and that's fine. And if you're given a problem that has fractions and you're not specifically asked to eliminate the fractions first, then go ahead and just use whatever technique you want. However, you will be asked at times to specifically eliminate fractions because it's a skill that you need to learn because you will need to use it later on in algebra. So we do need to make sure we learn this skill. All right, so real quickly, why did I choose 12? Well, I chose 12 because 12 is the least common denominator of all the denominators in the equation. So when you're trying to decide what to multiply both sides by to eliminate fractions, you pick the least common denominator of all the denominators that are in the equation. Of course, here there's only two denominators, but if there's three, make it the least common denominator of all three.